check in to see what we can focus on letting go of in order to be more engaged, more in alignment, and more in flow with our own life, with the life that we intended to live at a soul level. If you're here live, say hi. But just reflecting on what's going on, how are you doing? How is things going for you? We are living through some amazing times of adjustment, and time is taking time to just check in. How is it landing for you? What's going on at a heart level? What's going on at a thinking level? What's going on at an emotional level for you? And the reason it's really important to check in with this whole idea of being aware where you are, where you'd like to be, what is it you're creating and experiencing. But it's really important to sort of acknowledge where we're at, but also then to flow with what's going on around us. And I actually really like to tap into the energy of the moon phases. As you know, if you may know, we have a new moon on Wednesday, on the 22nd, on Wednesday. And so that is a brilliant time to start again. So it's like, if the experience that you're having up until this point doesn't feel nurturing, doesn't feel in alignment with your calling, with what you're intending or wanting or wishing for, then maybe it's time to hit a wee bit of a reset. So I encourage you to use we have a couple days before we start setting intentions, which we can then bring into being throughout this next phase, right? So we start at new moon, that we start again, so it like clears up the murkiness or any of the energy that that's not suiting you, and you can let go. So this is a good time to be letting go of, and then from there you can set intentions. So I encourage you just to watch the intuitive hits, the downloads, or the inspiration that you might be receiving as we start through this week. So just plant that seed there, and then just arrive in this moment with me. Take a nice deep breath. Nice deep breath. Land into this moment. And together, let's focus on that idea. What is there here for us to let go of? What can we focus on letting go of that will more fully help us align with who we are at the core, align with what's possible for us, align with our own true gifts and our calling? And as always, you're welcome to ask any questions or make comments in the comments below, or you can message me directly. So take a nice deep breath. One more nice deep breath. And let's see, what are we going to focus on letting go of this week? I think it's this one. Oh, two wanted to come there. So interestingly, the card that's come up for us is connection that no longer serves. So this is a really interesting one. This one feels like connection that no longer serves. That could be a belief, a mindset, a pattern, an idea, a philosophy. Just sit with that for a moment and see, is there something that you're telling yourself, that you're believing, that you're holding on to, that is actually creating more stress or creating more of a problem? Or sometimes we even have, a mindset or a belief that is sort of creating a filter through which we get a skewed perception of what's going on for us, if that makes sense. Just breathe into that and see what that feels like for you when I say to you, you're going to focus on, or that is an opportunity for you to let go of a connection that no longer serves you. And then I'm going to read out of my book here to help you sort of get deeper into that. So, connection that no longer serves. Our body is always communicating to us to let us know if a person, place, or thing is in alignment for us. How we feel after and during our time with someone is a really good indicator of whether or not they're serving our highest good. This is a really good point, because I actually often say this to clients, is just to pause and say, how do I feel about myself here? And here being in this group, in this idea, in this with this project or this decision? How do I feel about myself? So this is a really good way to just tap into and get your own inner guidance. Are you holding on to a connection that does not support who you have become? It's time to have a look at all of your relationships. Who is in your inner circle? You know intuitively how you feel loved and supported, as well as knowing those you feel loving and supportive toward. Remember the saying that people come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Let go of the connections that no longer serve the highest and best good of you and them. So this is the thing, is that when we do our work, like facing up to what's not serving us, then we're giving the gift to all of those impacted, right? Because if you're holding on to something for another reason than it being the best good, it's actually the truth for them too, even though that person or that thing may not acknowledge or be in awareness of that. So you can make the first step. So now I've picked up my tarot cards and I'm going to just sort of shuffle them and see what comes up for us to support or give us a wee bit more ideas or insight into that idea of letting go of the connection that no longer serves. And there might be a few of them too. I just thought that there could be a few that could be connections within you as well as outside of you, a connection to something that's bringing your energy down or making you feel less than or not worthy of, or questioning your... Hi, Patty. Nice to see you here. So this is great. Look at this. The card that's come up for our tarot is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is such beautiful, abundant energy. So here's the thing, is that when you take an inventory of any connections, just allow this to flow with you. Connections about relationships, friendships, connections to following a Facebook pages or getting caught up in the headlines of what's going on for us at the moment. All of those things could be things that are not serving your highest and best good. So the Queen of Pentacles is she's very, very aware of the things that align with her. She feels really prosperous, abundant, connected, and extremely creative. And she is aligned with her highest potential. So that's what's possible when you actually get really clear and don't hold on it to anything that says, I should, right? So watch for that, because sometimes when we start shooting ourselves, that can actually be an indication of some connection that you've bought into or you're holding on to that's not working for you anymore. So work with that, because that essence, that's the other part of that, which I love, is the divine feminine energy that the Queen of Pentacles is waking up for you. And I don't know about you, but during these times of taking things at a different pace, at us working from home much more, and being in physical isolation, not social isolation. I don't want to say social isolation, because we can all connect and reach out. But that is actually creating this sense of nurturing. I hope you are feeling that. And if you're not, let me know, because this is an important self-nurturing and coming back to, there's a reset. We're all being given an opportunity to do a reset on what do you need? What's the best thing? How do you fill up your cup? So as I've been sort of riffing on that idea of this divine feminine, the prosperity, the abundance, the feeling of well-being, I'm shuffling Doreen Virtue's angel cards, and I'll draw 3 cards for us for this week's letting go of the connection that no longer serves. Oh, you're going to like these. I like these. So here's the first one, celebration. Isn't that awesome? So I was just saying about we're in a reset energy, so we get to celebrate who we are. What do we need? Do you need to sleep more? Do you need to meditate more? Do you need to allow yourself to go out for a walk, or just create some space to celebrate, to play, to be more in alignment with you as a soul? And that way you get to set intentions. And you know how I said that we've got the new moon on Wednesday, this is where you can start, when you clear the energy up by having a more playful, more celebratory look at who I get to be and show up as, that creates some stability, some clarity to actually really get clear on what's the intentions. What are your intentions for the next month and beyond? And you know what that does for you is to create a sense of harmony, because truth is, all is well. So I really encourage you to just sink into these ideas, to really question any kind of inner dialogue or any connection that feels off. When I read that the insights out for the that card, it's trust your body. Your body, your own awareness knows. It knows what habits are serving you, what connections are serving you, what patterns are serving you, and you owe it to yourself, for your own loving kindness, to let go anything that's not for the highest and best good. So I hope that resonates. I hope that serves you well. Like I said, if you need any support with any of these ideas or suggestions that I've made for you this week, just reach out. Let me know. I wish you a wonderful week and thank you for watching. Much love.